I will tell you about what is really going on. A wall do not want to tell you. Number one, cooking oil is basically poison. Poison will not affect you. It is slow acid one. Cooking oil is poison. Number two, 5G and soon 6G Wi-Fi made to send an energy wave, but what they're not telling you is the energy wave going through your body is slowly breaking down and weakening all your blood cells and slowly breaking your DNA like radiating like nuclear radiating, but this one doing it far more slower and far more low level radiating, low enough where even any amateur scientist might think it's safe because how weak is their Wi-Fi from 5G or 6G from a cell tower or Wi-Fi container in local city, town and village center, for example. It's slowly damaging the DNA and RNA over time. Taking off with too much people going to porn and masturbate. Even lots of people, family, even whole family. I think I heard of man to do stuff like that, even in England. And masturbating become more serious, and a company who take advantage of them people weakness or sin should be erected for life, in my opinion. That a CEO, a people of the porn online company. Anyway, but we also have food supply is slowly running out. I think that number four. Number five, petrol supply is running out too because of the war in Ukraine. Number six, I believe a Pope will stop a war in Ukraine and in China and build a one world order. I believe his way to stop a climate problem, a climate change. You hear all about the news every day now. To listen and listen to new green Sunday law, or America might call them blue law, where you cannot open your shop or go shopping on Sunday. Then you have to go to church on Sunday because you're not going to church for some reason called climate change to happen. Then there'll be group like a group I in after they invented a Christian normal group will be tagged as terrorists for not following the Sunday law, and they'll be banned from going to work. It'll be cut off, and by then there'll be no paper currency or metal money. It'll be all digital, based on like a Chinese social credit score, but around the world for a Pope and the UN. And eventually you'll be put in jail and even executed. Don't think too hard, and if you get executed for following the Lord, you will not die forever. You'll just be sleeping, and the next second after you get executed, when you open your eye, you see God. It won't be like a long wait. It will be like a second later. That will happen. A man was about to shoot me. How did it get here? It'd be like if you teleport in the future soon as you pass away. Anyway, I don't worry if a punishment would be humane. Alright? Number six, I think. Not like you're number six. The government using the internet to spy on people and to try to learn all about them, history, even the urban parts, and try build like a social critical party on that information too. Number 7, like what I mentioned a few number ago, if you do not take a mark, aka not just the RFID tip, but also do not go to church on Sunday and treat Sunday as a Sabbath. Let they don't go church, not they don't go at church on Sunday, as they don't go church and treat the day as a Sabbath day, a Sabbath day on a Saturday. Anyway, you'll be homeless, you won't have a job, but God will take care of you. God will still somehow allow you to get food. Like people with still a good heart who manage to be part of a mark of a beat, or part manage to leave a system, maybe to deal with their own guilt or because they still have a good heart, maybe those who don't understand about it, will probably have a good heart and they'll probably give you food. Water will feel bad for you, and God will open out their heart. Bird might drop food like raven. They even say that in the Bible somewhere. Anyway, how you send angel will be like how God sent the Holy Spirit by a dove on Jesus after he got baptized by John the Baptist a few thousand years ago. Anyway, number 8 I think we're on. Now going on number 8. A climate change will not stop, no matter what the Pope say, no matter what the government or the news or any scientists say, no matter even if it is possible and they tell you all the evidence. Climate change will be word and word. Temperature that year might be 40 if you're lucky, then 50. It will amplify till a real Jesus come. Number 9. Satan will pretend to be Jesus. Keep one thing in mind. A Bible day will meet Jesus up in the air, a real one. Satan will land on the ground and pretend to be Jesus. He will use his supernatural power to fool billions around the world. Do not fall for that. It's a trick from a devil to reinforce the Sunday law. It won't happen now. Better don't focus it. Better focus on your relationship with God you have now and try to make it more better. Try to amplify it. Like amplify mean increase it, like make it more better than before. By trusting God and spending more time reading the Bible, praying and sharing the word of God, even with friends you might hide your relationship from God from or not talk about it so much. Try and make a difference. Do talk about all the good things God done for you. If there are any bad things, there's some bad things, but not because of God, it's because of me not being faithful that much or Satan. Don't blame on Satan because you won't be lying. And and tell her it be worth. Tell her all of a miracle. Tell her example of example. She or he, depending what your friend is, should be able to see God working for you, even without you having to talk about this. You're like a aura. Anyway, and number 10. They will execute you. They will look for a shortcut in the UN. Human rights will be demolished. There will be no human rights. It will be around the world, 80 countries, 195 countries or so, even more probably, will remove, well, they will remove all human rights for those who will not join them. It'd be worldwide, like cold, but it will make it look like a government ready to fight climate change and fight hatred. They will speak good thing. They will show example of good thing. Even at the spiritual level, but don't fall for it. They will have demons pretend to be prophet like John the Baptist. And RFID chip, their big lie. Even the Sabbath, we know it, and not following the Sabbath is a mark. Also breaking the other Ten Commandments is also a mark. When it comes, try not make any sin at all. Like do it. Like do not do stuff we know is sinful to God. Sin is doing good and not doing it. Well, sin is actually knowing what is good and not doing it. That is a sin. Even if the government kill your family, even if they blame you, if you join us, they wouldn't die. If your family didn't join God, it's not your fault. You try your best. You all do to pray for them to be saved. Even if you die, you don't have a more free holiday. Or basically, next thing you see is a real Jesus coming down, but it will not land. It will still be flying in the air. People who die like you probably did will fly up and meet him, and people who somehow still survive all of this will also fly up and meet him after people who died do. And yet that's the truth.